Hi everyone, I'm posting another one of my games. This time I'm playing HB Biotic, custom Biotics against a Whizzard deck. So this isn't a terrible starting hand. Fortunately I have Bastion to protect probably my hand early. And this is a great draw for a first turn hedge fund and a subliminal messaging, the only one in my deck. And I'll put the Heimdall on the R&D just to discourage early runs. However, if he does find a way into my hand, I'm in trouble. Starting off putting down his Katie, just in case he takes some damage. And as I hoped, he avoids R&D thanks to my Heimdall, even though I can't afford it. Drawing more agendas, that's a little worrisome. And drawing and putting money on Katie is discarding Vamps. That suits me fine. And he's discarding a rook. Excellent. I get my subliminal messaging back and take some money. Interesting. Joshua B. And putting some money on Katie. Well, that could be a problem considering I have a Heimdall 2.0 on the R&D. If he gets a click back, he can run and pay 4 clicks to break it. But I doubt you would spend so many resources just to get one access on R&D, so we'll have to see how it goes. Subliminal messaging is paying off. It really punishes runners who aren't too aggressive. And here I'm gonna start my mandatory upgrade server. We'll see if I can manage to sneak it out. Uh-oh, that's not good. Now the good thing here is since he's dead broke, I can just res the Ash. But he does have the 3 credits to trash it and then run again. So I might as well roll his Victor now, even though it's pretty expensive. Did I pay the extra 2 for the rook there? I thought it triggered automatically. Strange. So if there's a time to start advancing the mandatory upgrades, it's now or never. But that Kitty Jones might be a problem. Oh, I love when runners do that. They infiltrate even though they can't afford to get in anyways. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm sneaking back there. Good luck getting to it. Now he's thinking. That it's the tough position for the runner. But then again, there's not much you can do. So might as well use subliminal messaging. And yes, the agenda that nobody remembers, that dates back to what lies ahead, if I'm not mistaken, is online giving me a free click. Now I should have one click left. I think Octagon kind of messed up there. Yeah, I'll take a credit. And now I've got Jackson Howard and accelerated beta test. This is perfect. So I can put Jackson on the table and just score ABTs out of hand thanks to my free click. And if any agenda does end up in the trash, they can be saved if he ever runs an archive. So despite not drawing a lot of ice, I'm in a fairly good position right now. Oh, he's discarding a lot of economy Armitage and liberated accounts. Not sure what he's looking for. Scoring an ABT, and I do not trigger just because I'm finding a window of opportunity just to score a few before he cashes in Katie. Delaying by a turn might be too late to do it. So. That's weird. He didn't put 3 on Katie Jones this turn. Huh. So subliminal. And let's get another one in. And no beta test. I'm not gonna take a chance and put 7 points in my trash. Mandatory upgrades is such an amazing card, even though it's a 6 for 2, which I'll be the first to admit is a pretty terrible reward for the agenda points, but when you do score it, you've pretty much got the game, especially if you have a lot of 3 advancement agendas in your deck. Sometimes I'm surprised people splash so much Sansan, but never that agenda. And heck, if you are fairly high on money, you can put mandatory upgrades on Sansan, advance it twice, then 3 next turn. So that allows you to score it in the same amount of time as a 5 for 3. Maybe that's overkill, maybe that's too much money. I can't say I have it. I have tried it with Sansan, but that free click is huge. So here I'm probably thinking putting something on archive just to make him think it's a roto turret. The bane of Sneak Door, roto turret. To be honest, at this point I don't even really need money. I just need a 3-pointer. Not a 3-pointer, but a 3 for 2. Uh-oh. Here comes the vamp. What he doesn't know is I've got an Adonis. That's disappointing for him. He's probably going to access instead. Why wouldn't he? I don't know a lot of... I don't really see what could really hurt him at this point. I didn't have the money for a snare. Now he's gonna try and take advantage. Oh, he's out of clicks for his turn. But, oh, he used Joshua, that's what's going on. So he's gonna run R&D. What does he get? Sun Eve campaign. He had the money to trash it, I guess. Kind of makes sense. He'd rather have me draw an Eve than an agenda, right? So, probably not a bad call on this part. That rook is annoying me though. If he moves it on RD, I might have an issue. Now inside I could have put maybe Jackson down just to dilute the contents in R&D. But that's where Eli is such a good card against central servers, especially against medium, because with medium you want to make many runs in the same turn to say as many cards as you can, and Eli just lets you essentially make one successful run, unless you want to pay big money for it. I don't know, if I had been him I would have moved the rook over. I feel like he kind of forgot about it. So the first time he paid 4 with Corroder to pass the Eli, now he's gonna spend 2 clicks, I'm pretty sure. And I'll let him in to see 3 cards. Wow, he sees nothing. I still have 14 agenda points in my last 3 cards then, which I guess is average. I'd be worried about R&D luck if it wasn't for the fact I have Jackson in my hand. And another nice thing too is since I have 4 clicks, scanning viruses is actually pretty neat because I can clear this medium and install something. I mean, either another ice, an R&D probably. I can't afford to have him R&D lock me. I should really start thinking about trashing that Joshua. He almost ran Jackson, but he decides to run R&D. I'm going to use Jackson just to decrease the odds. So if you guys wonder what psychographics is doing in my deck, I've got, unless I'm mistaken, 2 psychographics and 2 mid-seasons, and the idea is with all the money HP can potentially generate, try to score mid-season psychographics combo on a mandatory upgrades to score it out of hand. And although there's not really any tag punishment in my deck except for psychographics, many runners rely on resources of some sort, and if they spend turn after turn just to bring their tags down just to make sure they keep their resources, I'm fine by that. That's a big tempo penalty for them, which might be just what I need to pull ahead. So installing that Heimdall 2.0 has done its job, but I'm not planning on resing it anytime soon. It should, when I install that ISO relay, I should reduce. Oh yeah, I did pay a credit. Okay. And here he goes again. Why not? Let's res it. End the run. That's a neat piece of Ice Next Bronze. I really like it. I prefer it to Enigma in HB. And it doesn't really seem like it's better for the price, like 2 for 1 subroutine instead of 3 for 2 subroutines, and you rarely have more than one. Even if you put 3 in your deck, you're rarely gonna have it at strength 3, and more often it's not even gonna matter because of either Yaw, Gordian Blade, most code gate breakers. Torch is pretty popular too, so that's kind of irrelevant, but I'm really hoping we see some more next dice. I hope doesn't go out of control, but I don't know, it really feels, just because it's called bronze, there would be a silver or a gold or something for each of the other type. So we installed Crypsis, hoping to make a big run. That's a perfect time to clear viruses. And let's take some money with hedge fund, I guess. Is that what I'm gonna do? Do it. Oh, Ichi. Yeah, you can trash Adonis for free, so might as well make him think twice. Not give him a too easy run. So here he goes, starting to get his medium counters back up. So what happened there? I think he accidentally jacked out. Yeah, he pressed F12 instead of F3, so I'll just give him an access. Medium should get a counter. Yeah. I'm not bothering to trash Katie Jones at this point. He's not daring me by clicking on her and just dare me to spend a click in 2 credits. So until he does, I'm not gonna even bother. There's a mid-season's a little late to be useful. And there's the agenda I was looking for. So I just have to keep it safe for a turn, put it on Ash. And I'm counting on my money advantage to keep it safe. He can afford to run once, as he is doing now, but he won't run twice. Ash is such an amazing upgrade. The days of the core set, there was red herrings, which I would usually splash. But I find Ash is so much more versatile. It doesn't only protect agendas, can protect your newly res Adonis, your melange. And now I guess there's no way he can get to it. Even if he trashes Crypsis, doesn't have the money. If he had a Stimac in hand, he could have in theory, but not this time. So I sneak my Vitruvius, and that's the game. GG. Alright, thanks for watching.